welcome to TMA Live on a Thursday. My name is, oh God, don't put him in the free kick wall, Daniel Gillen. I'm obviously joined here by Paul David Atkins, obviously because this is his place. And our budget is well and truly spent now, Paul. I don't know where we're getting this money from. But say hello to Duncan.
Secret benefactor.
Must be spent when you
Reserve
tell me
goalkeeper.
this. Right, we'll dig straight into it, lads, as we are. We've got Stoke.
Yes.
How do you think it's going to go, and who are their key players that could hurt us?
Go on, mate. You go first.
Key players.
Yeah.
Ooh, where do we go from? I'm more worried about the back, to be honest, with Jack Butler, because he's a hell of a goalkeeper.
Yeah.
That's the thing I'm most concerned about. We have good firepower, but he's a hell of a keeper.
Yeah, he is, yeah. How do you think we could hurt them, though? Where are we going to hurt them?
Well, I think they're getting their centre-back back. What's his name now?
Shawcross.
Yeah. Because he's coming back from injury, so we could target him maybe. But
Yeah.
otherwise, because I think they'll have two centre-backs in, because when they played the last game, they only had one centre-back.
Yeah, so they've got the pair now to double up.
But I don't think they're the fastest, are they? So is this game for Gray, maybe, with more pace? Because I think Bruno Mars' injured, isn't he? He's the centre-back. Is he actually available, or is he still injured?
I haven't really
I think he's available. I believe he's available.
So I don't think he's not fast, but I don't think he's slow.
If it's going to be anything like last year, they're going to play for a point. And to be honest, that Peter Coates has put pressure on Hughes now, because they are going back to Pulis.
Yeah, you said this to me earlier, didn't you?
Yeah, they are going back to Pulis, especially away. They're just playing defensive, and they will come. This is going to really be a test of our team, how we actually break down teams rather than coming back from 1-0 down. How we break these nil teams down, because they will come. And Brighton, to be fair, actually try to attack us. Stoke are going to try and defend.
Yeah,
and it's going to be hard.
Again, that's where players like Richarlison, though, very creative. Carrillo's actually good at taking on a man. It's like Amrabat a little bit more in product.
Oh, there's a lot more. Well, we definitely got to hit them hard, haven't we? Because, like I said, we know they're going to sit back. They might surprise us and come at us. You don't know.
Yeah,
they're a survival team. They might think, hey, they're going to expect us to sit back. They're going to come all go and might attack us.
True.
They're going to be one man that does worry me if he does play him would be Peter Crouch.
It's just
we can't handle
height. Exactly. We can't. No players. Who's that?
Is it Choupo-Moting they signed, or was it
SA as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Jesse.
Jesse. Yeah. But like you said, he's only had one good game. That's it, his debut. Yeah, what's he doing? He probably will do something against us now, won't he?
I said on Sunday, the next 2 games especially, the next 4 games are definitely winnable, clearly winnable.
Yeah. Before
United, we've got international break coming up as well.
Yeah.
Which we're dreading that big time. We got to get some serious guests on here to really sort of the barrel will be scraped big time. But focusing on the next 2 games, especially Stoke. If we can get an early goal against Stoke, that sets the bar for that. And also against Everton as well. But oh my God, now Koeman's gone. Or Coleman.
I keep calling him.
Sorry,
Coleman. Sorry, mate.
Yeah. Sorry, Coleman. We don't want you to be slowed on that job too. But I would have really wanted Koeman to stay in that job just for next week.
For the next 2 weeks. Wait till the international break, then he can go.
Yeah.
Yeah, still, but it could work in a different way. You've got another manager giving different ideas. It's either going to go right or wrong.
Usually, there's that first couple of games where they're solid.
The thing is, they looked a lot more up for it in the cup game. Well, I know we jumped for a little bit here, but if you talk about that in the cup game, they look a lot more dangerous.
Yeah.
Because actually, we're going a lot more at them. Caballero made a couple of very good saves.
Yeah, did he? Yeah.
Yeah, they got their Willie out, Chelsea, for that one. And you know, he's a good keeper, so you know, it was used to its good effect, I think. You know, but Stoke, you people say, "Oh, why should you worry about Crouch?" But like you said, it's his height, and we're not fantastic. That's our only real Achilles heel is corners. We do not defend corners well on the whole. That's the only thing. And we started well. Like I said, we've already looked at Chelsea, but it was really refreshing to see us hit teams, especially away, early and getting that early advantage. We've wiped that sort of.
We have. We just got to get the home record going though now, haven't we?
Yeah, it's got
beating Arsenal now. Stoke is total different test, isn't it? They're going to be strong, physical, which will suit us. Like you said with Gray, I think it will be Deeney. I think near enough stamped it.
Yeah.
Bray's a good shout, of course, for pace, but I think
That's the main reason. I'd start Deeney over him.
Yeah.
But it's the pace that really is the difference between the two.
Yeah.
Deeney is a better overall player from what we've seen this season.
Yes.
But Gray has a pace. He actually will naturally force him just by being on the pitch. That's the argument of him being on there.
Stretches him out, doesn't he?
Yeah.
So if they're sitting deep, what's he need for the pace? That's the
Yeah,
other
you
question.
probably got a good point. Shawcross don't really like pace. He more likes. He'd probably like Deeney, wouldn't he, to mark?
He likes physical. So
Yeah, he does.
He likes bear hugging people in the
Yeah.
box, and it's ridiculous. I think now they'll start chopping it down now and saying, look, come on, start giving some free kicks and penalties now on Shawcross. He's the worst defender I've ever seen. I know most teams do it.
I can
he's
counter that.
awful.
Brutus.
Yeah.
No, I
Cuts
defend
across.
Gray or something.
He's better this season, but last season he'd cut across people.
Yeah.
This one he's much.
Brutus is a good defender in himself, but he just has moments of madness and then some.
Well, yeah,
That's it.
we'll agree with that. What game was it we were watching recently where he come across you and me like, oh my
And
god,
Or when he tries
Yeah,
to
he
do
did,
overhead kicks, he does that a lot actually for someone his size.
Or Brutus.
Yeah,
he did
actually,
that,
when he
no.
goes for a clearance, you notice if he's running back,
Yeah.
he doesn't turn his body. He actually goes for an overhead kick
Yeah,
over
he
himself.
done that against Arsenal, didn't he?
And he
the
missed
ball
it completely.
didn't he? Yeah,
Was it
God.
Capasani and Mariano that covered?
Well, Michael Wadham, who's on the evening, Michael, he's basically just said, you imagine the zonal marking now with Crouch versus Cleverley.
No, it would be that, and all we don't bloody laugh.
It would
Oh, Cleverly, I'll kill him.
Yeah, can we just say the boys, along with obviously season ticket holder here, Duncan, special guest, he'll be there anyway. We will be there as well. Can we just say we are going?
Wait!
And we're going to Everton. Great, double day.
And we're selling poppies, which you've got to
Yeah,
buy.
where we are selling poppies, right? And also the cheap plug here, by the way. But yeah, we are selling poppies on Saturday, possibly around the back of the Rookery end, for Remembrance Day.
Good cause.
The Mood Dino, who will be here on Sunday, joining us, like good-looking people. His mum has decided to involve a lot of us. I think Watford Woody might be joining us as well. So hello, mate. And we'll probably see you Sunday. And we'll see you all Sunday. Oh, we'll see you Sunday as well. And Mr. Surin of Fizz.
Oh, Mr. Surin, yes.
Mr. Surin. But come and say hello. Buy a poppy. Remember, stay all in a good cause. And we'll see you Saturday. So we will give you a proper assessment on Saturday because we're actually going to a game. So we're going to be proper fans this time.
And then an away game as well.
And we're going to Everton as well. But we've been milking that for the last 2 months.
I think you'd be looking forward to that one since the fixtures came out.
As long as we played better than last time, do I do?
Yeah, but I like that comment from Michael with that cleverly thing because even though we laugh, you know it's probably going to happen. We'll be at the game going, no, don't.
Who would you put on him though? Who would go? Prodal
Not Cleverly.
Not Cleverly.
If Prodal injured, he's still injured.
I don't know. I think he's coming back.
They're both out for next game.
They're
for this
still
game.
out.
Yeah, they're still out for this one.
So you'd have to put Cavasani on him and then Mariappa and whoever.
Yeah.
Well, firstly, I'd put if Deeney was playing, I'd put Deeney on him because physically
if
he's
you're
going to
putting
knock
it back,
Crouch on.
yeah.
He's corners. Deeney's normally there.
That's
isn't
true.
he?
Yeah.
Deeney's a
Cavasani.
lot stronger, and Crouching going to beat him in the air, but he won't. Deeney.
The
He'll
physical
keep
aspect
up
is
with
there.
him more.
I mean, Cleverly, to his credit, this is not knocking him.
No.
He's not going to win a contest against Crouch, is he?
He did well to try and get close to he did to
Oh, he's going far off. People
No.
ahead of him. He's just too short.
He was there, and he said, I'm going to mark him.
Yeah,
He had no
yeah.
chance of beating him, but he
He
said,
got
I'm there
close
to
to
mark
it. He
him.
looked at the replay. He
Oh,
wasn't that far off. Get it. Fair play to him.
Cleverly.
It's like Mariappa the same. He's like 5'10", 5'11", isn't he? But he's actually got a very good jump on him.
Yeah,
Mariappa's the same.
I gave the example of Kevin Phillips when he was look at the leap he had.
Yeah,
And he was
true.
he was as tall as a hobbit.
All I remember is that
Yeah.
penalty. All I remember is that penalty.
How tall's Decore? He's 6 foot.
I think.
Well,
6
couldn't he
foot,
mark
So
him?
he never gives the ball away.
No, but couldn't he mark him then?
3, 4.
Well, he's one of our tallest players fit at the moment, isn't he?
Taller, yeah, definitely.
Cabaselli could do a number on him.
Capu's 6'2", so if he was on the pitch,
Cabaselli's
I wouldn't start him there. I wouldn't start Capu, but I would. But if he's on the pitch,
Yeah,
Cabaselli's labelled this as a must-win game.
Well,
Yeah,
I agree.
It's spot on because it bounced back straight away. Perfect game to bounce back on.
we've got a
Adventures and
much better.
confidence.
Yeah, the team mentality is so much better this season.
Yeah.
So much better.
Yeah, oh God, Jesus Christ, technically everywhere, and it's
Well,
skillful
we
pace.
said as well
unbelievable.
Sunday that with the pace as well, and we
Yeah.
said now the last 2 seasons, if we went 1-0 down, you were like, oh God, here we go.
We
But
can't,
now we go, well, we'll probably score a couple of goals anyway.
It feels like the Zola season, doesn't it? You know when he played when we were under Zola, the first season where, yeah, you'll score, we'll get 2 more.
That was the attitude, and it's pretty much like that
Yeah.
now. But we're trying to put a bit more steel
God
at the back.
bless him.
Oh, bless him. I tell you what, he was a legend in my eyes anyway after that double penalty save.
Cassetti for the beard alone. Compared to this,
He goes in
tiny thing.
He's legendness anyway, just because of the beard.
That's it.
But guys, what do you think? What would be your changes, if any, for Saturday? We know that Pereira is out, but it's his hamstring. It's not the knee that he operated on. It's his hamstring. He tweaked his hamstring, so he's not going. Silva's already said in his press conferences he's not rushing him back. So thank God for that. We know he was just hitting top form. It's
yeah,
just
no,
his
it's
hamstring.
annoying. I feel that does frustrate me, but like I say, it's not a serious one.
Yeah. And it wasn't something that he just ran and no warm up and he pulled it. It was a tackle.
No.
But it's encouraging.
It was a shame because I'm not saying he had a bad game against Chelsea. I didn't think it was.
I think
he
he grew
pulled out of
into it.
too many challenges.
He grew into it, but as you say,
yeah,
it makes sense he was though because he was trying to protect his own body.
Yeah, I can understand that.
So there's a new breaking news from Ray Cook. Apparently, Cleverly has hired a step ladder, so growing. This is growing from, so
Perhaps you still beat him in the air.
you get the news is here first, guys. Cleverly has hired a step ladder. He has to give it back on Sunday though, so it won't work for Everton next week. So it will work.
Tactical ladder.
It's a tactical ladder. You can sort out your wing backs and stuff whilst you're
If you
defending.
just piggyback on Daco Cavaselli or Torres, have him jump off then.
No, that'd be 7 years ago when we didn't have much money. It'd be the perfect time. Now we've got the money now. We can afford these step ladders. So, and they're FA approved as well.
We can't afford it here on the budget being spent.
No, well, I've got the step ladders at your house.
Oh yeah, I forget that. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, the loans haven't been paid.
I
off,
have
so
to use my
that's-
one then. You have to borrow my ladder then, first case.
You can walk from Levy Green with that.
Yeah.
That's a video vlog in itself.
That's a pilgrimage.
Sacrilege.
I'm more worried of playing Stoke than I was against Chelsea.
Because of their stubbornness.
Well, it is because
Well.
of their stubbornness and because they're just above relegation in one spot, aren't they? Above relegation, I believe.
Like I say, Coates.
They're more
pressure on
dangerous
Hughes.
than Chelsea.
Yeah.
Coates, Hughes, he needs to get at least a point from this.
That's what
I
makes them
think Hughes
dangerous.
is going to sit back because of that alone.
Does many of Hughes' teams sit back though at all? I know they get into that now.
They tried to.
Yeah.
Look at last season. Okay, we weren't great,
No.
but it was only because of the dodgy goal by Adam who admitted
Yeah,
it.
of course.
And like I say, I know I've always said that Brahmi, to his credit, was impeded, but he never would have got the header
No,
even
no,
if
that's fine.
But they didn't exactly play great football that game.
No,
just
they
off
still
time.
won't.
And they played similar to that. I think it'd be even worse this season because
think
of the
that
football we played and because how well we're playing. They're going to try and stop us. They'll
Yeah.
isolate the wings.
Yeah.
And they'll try and, like the likes of Dan Fletcher, they will try and press the midfield to stop them pushing.
Yeah.
Try and put them in a corner, not a corner, but
No, I know. You
technically in a corner to stop them from progressing. They'll deliberately frustrate us and they'll try and catch us with the odd goal on the counter attack, like they did last season. They got lucky, but they got it.
Yeah, well, they got it. Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Well,
what I reckon.
like Duncan just said, we got to do it with pace. They're not that
Got
quick.
him
You
hard.
said they're not quick at the back. Gray could be the way.
That's
I
it.
reckon-
If they sit the highest line, you
Yeah.
want Gray. If they have a deep line, you put Deeney in.
Yeah, no,
Nice
that's a good point. That's a good point.
Either that, you really just feed the ball to Richardson and Andre Correa and just tell them to feed the ball to Deeney in centre. Or
I think
tell
Phil Bardsley, or Phyllis as I call him.
Was he
Phyllis
still there?
Bardsley.
Is he?
there?
He
He's
might
gone,
be.
isn't
I
he?
can't remember. It's
Well,
been a while
please
since
play him
I've
if
heard
it is, Well, Moobsy said it's obvious that one for me, Carrillo in, and that's only the change for me. Although,
Well, yeah, well, that's got to be.
Can't really
surely
change anything
moves.
else,
Yeah,
really,
no,
I
not
think.
really. Well, who would be in there? It'd be Cleverly. Well, what team do you reckon it'd be then?
Same thing apart from Carrillo.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, and I think and this is not knocking Watson for the last game. Put Will Hughes on the bench for Watson.
Yeah,
he needs game time.
Just on the bench.
He needs game time.
something.
He came with so much promise from Derby. Derby fans are so gutted when you look at what they're saying about us. They're saying, why aren't you playing it? Or at least having on the bench more, please.
Yeah, it's a strange one. We know he's a well. We haven't seen it in the Premier League, but we know he's a good Championship player.
Yeah.
But like you said, to be fair, he's got to have a chance. I don't know if Silver don't see
When you
anything
saw
in
the
it.
cup
Or...
game-
I think he's not rashing him, getting him,
Acclimatised.
accommodated with the style and how he wants to play it, and then put him in. The thing is, though, Collins just said as well that they'll to be too busy looking after Richarlison to care about Deeney.
Well, that's
Deeney
true.
can still win.
Yeah, no, that's true. Or Corello's good. Or Decore.
It'll be a good foil for Deeney because no one will really pick up Deeney and think, oh, he's only there for the physical aspect. I have to watch out for the wings. There'll be two concentrating on the wings, and Deeney can still in and score. Just nick something.
Get
goal early, then they are really under cosh.
Well, that's what I was saying. We definitely need at least a first half goal, don't we, for them to beat these teams. If it's 0-0, it's going to be, like you said, it's going to be one head of a frustrating game. A corner comes in if Peter Crouch is playing.
There's heart in mouth. Please not cleverly. Please not cleverly.
I'm going to cry.
So you'll get that midget away from him, for Christ's sake.
He's a hobbit.
Going back to Will Hughes, when we played in the... Were you there for the cup game? Were you there for the cup game?
Which one? What are you talking about?
When Will Hughes, when we played our second string, we still had
Bristol City.
Yeah, that's
no,
it.
it wasn't. Thank God.
In the first half, Will Hughes, I don't know if you noticed this, he looked... You could see he had quality. You could see why we signed him. Yeah. Because the balls he was playing were good, but he looked a little slow. When I was playing in the first half, particularly when I was trying to play the through balls, that sort of thing. He looked a little slow. In the second half, he actually grew into it and then was subbed off annoyingly. But I could see why he was growing into it. He started making those ball-splitting passes. He started. And then he was subbed off, and now it's that.
I think they're waiting for him pace-wise and, like you say,
acclimatising. I do think that's it. You can see something set, but he was also a little slow making transitions.
I mean, he's not 18, but he's got his best years ahead of him.
Oh God,
he's like 22, 21, 22, something like that.
Well, the good thing is we do buy young talent, and that's what I like about Silver and this club.
What's frightening, we've still got Shalabar to come back.
Oh, my favourite player. I love Shalabar. Who's this? I saw we were trying to sign some 18-year-old kid or something in the paper. Yeah, I read something. It was in the paper recently. I can't remember. I should have looked at it really before.
It's a good thing we're linked with a lot of 18-year-olds.
Yeah,
it's not jokingly. We are linked, and it's quite promising because
it's in the paper. I should have wrote it down. Yeah, promising.
I put you down an emergency Google on this.
Yeah, it was in the Sun recently.
Get your Google out for the lads, mate. That's what right, can I just say, Richard Lee's still doing his. So we said to him, we'll plug as much as we can about the gkicon.com. Go on to gkicon.com. Richard Lee's goalkeeping school, and he gives you a free tester session. So go to gkicon.com, scroll down, register. It's a really good tester session from him as well. And remember, go to Paul Muzzey's YouTube, type in Paul Muzzy in the search engine. He's got all his vlogs. New vlogs are coming every single week. He does cover a lot of the ladies' games as well. On Saturday next week, we're not doing a Sunday one, obviously, because we're all at Everton, and hopefully it's pointless doing it. All 1,800 of us are at Everton. I'm going to be a proper fan next week. None of this sitting behind a podcast rubbish. But we're going to do a podcast on Saturday, and we are joined by Mr. Christopher Walker, who is famed for his commentary on all the ladies' games at Kings Langley FC. So we will get him dedicating almost 20 to 30 minutes of ladies talk all the way through the whole hour, so we'll get roughly around half an hour, get the exposure for the ladies, because we don't give them loads of exposure.
No, we need to learn some, don't we?
Along with Alan and a few other guys that do go a lot of the time, he's at the forefront of the ladies football. So remember, like I said, once again, go to Paul Muzzy on YouTube and on Facebook, type him in, search up, subscribe, comment, and have a look at his vlogs. He'll probably do a few ladies' games as well coming up, and I reckon a load of Watford ones. Hopefully Stoke, so we can get his view on his vlogs.
We'll give us a view.
We'll try and grab him at Everton. He's there, and even Stoke. And also keep an eye out for the WD18 boys at Stoke. So if you don't get interviewed, try and lynch them and get your 15 minutes of fame in there, because they certainly do. So go on YouTube and type in WD18 and check out all the previews that they do as well. So much better camera than we got. So check them out, and like and subscribe. So
sorry, ladies, they are playing at home to Spurs at Kings Langley this Sunday. So remember that one. Go and give them their support, and hopefully they get a win under their belts.
Oh God, that would be so good. I mean,
get
They're
them
playing
going.
Arsenal soon as well.
Oh, really? Cool.
Next
We might
month,
have to go
16th.
and watch a game sometime. We'll get a chance.
16th of November, guys. Arsenal. I think they're Arsenal at home, I believe. I'll definitely double confirm that, but that is one hell of a game. That
Yeah,
one.
we'll have to go
as well.
and try and watch a game when we get a chance.
Definitely.
At least go and watch one.
Guys, half price for season ticket holders. Duncan.
There you go, mate.
So half price season ticket holders. £6 for everyone else. Adults. £1 for under 18s. £3 for concessions. I think, or vice versa. But it's decent. It's
Yeah,
you know, it's not costly.
Price, isn't it? No.
Go and see them, and you can vlog anything to us. If Paul Muzzy don't do it, try and get some views over from you guys if you go and see the ladies. All right. So and we've got someone called Duncan Radband who's actually watching this podcast. I don't know where he is.
Where is he? Who's that?
Exactly, you crazy man. But also Legends talk, guys. Right, we've got Coaten in goal. We've got Gibbo and Robinson on the right on our fullbacks. We've got McClelland and Terry as our centre backs. Now we've got the right midfield. So tonight it's right midfield. Who is your pick for our right midfield? If we can't decide with all the comments, we'll put it up for a vote. And also your favourite, and I'll ask you this now, your favourite all-time Watford game, the best performance Give us your opinions on that, guys. Your best Watford performance of all time that you've had to have watched. You've had to have been there live to watch. So not on TV. Your best performance you've actually gone and watched, because then you fully appreciate the atmosphere.
The one you've enjoyed the most.
You, not the ultimate.
No one else
enjoyed. You think is your personal one, and I'm going to say the playoff final in '99 is my one.
That's a very good shout.
Oh,
That's my personal one.
I'm debating between either. Obviously, you have the almost obvious Deeney moment because I was thinking lower Graham Taylor, lower out at the time.
Yeah,
but I might go for the playoff final 2000. Was it 6? Not 6, 7, 5, 6. Our promotion season then.
What, Leeds?
Yeah, 3-0. You had the own goal. You had demerits.
Yeah.
God, who was a foul scorer?
Penalty kick.
That was it. That was the thing. That was the most complete performance, definitely. At least at the time.
Oh, dominated that game.
That's it, though. It was just sheer domination. We never felt that.
We were favourites in that game as well, weren't we?
We were.
I don't
remember.
I
think Leeds were. I remember.
I think it was Leeds. Yeah, I think everyone was saying we were going to get smashing.
I remember a little bit.
Because we were Watford.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's the only.
That's it.
Yeah.
I think at the time, if I remember, there was some sort of Leeds fan who was like doing radio, and they were sort of bigging up how they're saying, "Yeah, Leeds will win. They'll go through."
Yeah.
And he called into it the next day after we won. I remember reading something about that.
I said my memory of that game was not necessarily the game, was Talk Sport going for the love of football. Please don't let Watford win. It was Mike Parry.
Yeah, I remember that.
And it was so bad because all Watford fans are going, what do you think of it now, Mike? And it was just so good.
It might be maybe
Mike Parry.
It might have been him. I'm not sure.
It
but
was Parry in Talk Sport morning, and it wasn't the fact that if he didn't want Watford to win, that's fine. But it was some of the comments.
Well, you said,
going, oh, we just play lump football. I said, well, that's fine. But they moaned when Taylor did it.
Yeah.
And teams have got to try and counteract it. If they can't counteract it, it's not our fault.
No.
Buford at that time said, right, I'm going to play a system that is effective. I'll get the players in that can make that effective.
Yep.
And for that season, it worked to a T because we got promoted, so it proved him right.
It worked.
Okay, it went to a disaster. It went to pot after.
Yeah,
Ashley Young at the time as well was just tearing it up.
We did have some good players alongside. It wasn't just let's launch
on loan.
Fozzie, yeah, we had Marlon King, the original.
We had Adam
original
Johnson there at one stage. Was that year? Adam Johnson? We had him on.
Adam Johnson there before he liked to
bring up. Before he liked kids, yeah.
Before he liked kids, yeah.
Oh, we weren't a lumpy team then, no. We played some beautiful football. No way a lumpy.
I just want to say hello, Dad.
Sorry, my bad presenting. I should have looked at that.
Well, Colin said September '83, Watford 3-0 FC Castleslow, and I've got the badge for that. I've got cherished badge. My uncle gave me that.
Afraid I wouldn't remember that.
He said lost 3-1 in the away leg. Thought we were going out when the winning goal went in. He lost it. So, but I see another one I got thrown in was when we beat Southampton. Was it 7-0 at home? We were
7-1.
7-1. That's it.
James Marshall from this one. Match 7-1 versus in the EFL Cup. We were 4-0 down after the
That's
first
it.
leg.
I remember that. I remember Josh vaguely, very, very,
Yeah, my
very
man,
vaguely
7-1.
remembering that. I was a little
When
boy.
was that?
God, blimey.
I probably wouldn't have been born then.
No, shut up, Duncan. We know we're a good looking one. Just be quiet. Don't be so rude.
So your one is
Would be
the Leeds one.
yeah. I'm
Watford.
not saying the 12-13 semi-final because that's one's always too obvious. And a lot of people say that.
No. If that's your favourite one,
No.
that's your favourite one, mate.
That's it. I wouldn't necessarily call it my favourite. It's a great moment, but it's not my favourite because we didn't then get promoted.
What's your first game? What was your first game you
Oh
won?
my word, we're looking.
The questions are coming. The hard-hitting
Ooh.
questions come on this podcast.
Blimey.
I won't ask that one.
I don't remember the specific game. If you're looking for the year, you're
You know
looking
what's
at
a difficult question because he's got his face, hand
Yeah.
on his face.
He's slowly going to the door.
2000. You're looking at 99, 2000-ish.
Why did you ask that question?
Do you remember Zavary Gravelane on that thing? Hopefully you don't because it was awful.
No.
No.
I think it must have been. I think one of my first games probably would have been under the Vialli era, a little bit before. that, maybe.
Oh, you mentioned a horrible.
Yeah, no.
There you mentioned.
Ah!
He's got his head up again.
Almost as bad.
Hang on, it's gone. It's gone. The memory's
Almost as
gone.
bad as Bassett.
Oh.
What's he doing?
But I suffer from migraines, you know. I certainly do now.
I'm a very nice person.
Breathing. Right,
We're still on.
release.
We're back on.
Right, we're back on. We're back in the room.
My favourite would be recent. Well, I say recent was Fulham away when we won 5-0. Because
Oh, it's gonna
my
drag
neighbour kept going, "Oh, go on, mate, come. You know, we'll beat you." And get there. What was it? 3-0 at half time, wasn't it? I believe.
Didn't you want to go half time, or was it like 10 minutes, 20
We got the fourth, and there was 25 minutes to go, and he said, "Sod this, we're going." He was my lift.
minutes? You couldn't say no.
And we were coming on the way back, and his phone went, and we had one of his mates with us, and they go, "What was that? Full time?" "No, Deanie just scored a fifth." I'm in the back. He goes, "You can get out now." "Yeah, we're on the motorway. You can get out now." And he didn't talk to me for 2 days after. That was definitely my best. Right then, we'll move on to our manager, Silva.
Yeah.
He says he's going nowhere, 100% focused. What's your view on Silva? I think he's magnificent, but what's your view on our manager?
I've run at superlatives for the guy at the moment. But I tell you what, I know he's not going to go, but I'd never forgive him. And you imagine the toxic atmosphere if we went up there with you. I know that scenario. He's already said he's not going. Watford already said they've blocked it. So this is a.
Same with the Leicester one, although that was never going to happen anyway.
That's a backward step, like Dyche. If Dyche ever went there, if he's not now, Puel's there, but if he went there, that would be a backward step.
No, it would
Look
be.
how well Burnley
Yeah.
played. I think the best thing to do is Dyche went to Everton.
Yeah, because they're loyal. They give him time, won't they? They won't just.
I don't think they'll have him, and I reckon, like I said, Davy Unsworth with Roel Raw as his assistant would be perfect.
Yeah,
So all the players wanted him. But in a way, don't employ him a full managerial thing until after we played, because they're still up in the air. I don't want them to cement it. Still playing a little,
You can play a little bit crap, just make sure we beat you first.
Yeah, they can lose next week.
You can lose with dignity, and then you can employ him, and then he can play well again.
What do you think of Silva, Duncan?
What else is there to say? Just what else is there to say? Superb manager. One of the best we've had in recent years, if not longer.
Yeah, it's been who was our last really good manager? Really?
What do you call Boothroyd on promotion season?
I did like Boothroyd, to be honest with you.
Or would you go back further and actually say since GT maybe? Would you go that far?
Roda was good for one season.
I reckon.
When was that?
94, 95.
I'm not going to say anything about that.
Yes, be quiet there.
I'm saying nothing.
I reckon he could be as great as the great man GT. I reckon Silva could, if he stayed with us for a while, I reckon he could get there in the end. He's not that old, is he? He's still got a long way to go.
Late 30s, early 40s.
Yeah, he could definitely get to that level.
What, the shadow of God?
Yes.
Yeah.
If just a shadow.
Just
Yes.
the shadow of God. No one's going to
The
be
thing
Taylor.
I don't expect
Well, I
Silva
know
to be
what you
here more than. I'd say he'll be here next season, but the season after is when I think The end of the
We've got to get
contract.
rid of this stigma of. I know how Duxbury is working, and I agree with his system.
Yeah.
And people say, "Well, you must be mad." I agree with how they're doing it because the infrastructure. We've already gone through this. The infrastructure and how they build around the head
It's probably what's
coaches.
kept us up.
Yeah, and it doesn't change when we get someone going. There's someone leaves, it doesn't change. But we've got to get this stigma of, we sack every manager, which none of them, not all of them have been sacked. And we've got to get rid of this, a bit longevity.
Majority haven't actually been sacked.
Yeah, that's what
I
I
know,
said.
that's
as well.
what I always argued with people all the time. The majority have not been sacked, they've even left. And Kike Flores never got sacked. It was
Break
a 50-50. It's a form of break clause, and we also agreed to let him go. So sort of technically it was half.
No, that's right. So somewhere illness, weren't there?
There was a break clause. The thing is, Flores wanted a break clause. But the way our former tanked so badly, we activated it because he insisted on it. Otherwise, he would have probably still been there year 2.
Yeah, I think people are agreeing with your Leeds things, but it's actually different games. They've actually said as well, Leeds 1, Watford 6 is my favourite one away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a really good shout.
That is.
That's a great shout.
Watford 2-1, I remember this. Watford 2-1 at home in 92-93. We knocked them out. They were the league champions. We knocked them out the League Cup. But Mark just removes. He just said everyone hates Leeds anyway, so that's fair enough.
Dirty Leeds.
Dirty.
Up there in
Leeds.
Millwall. Millwall. Everyone hates Millwall as well.
Yeah, we hate Millwall. They're just Millwall. But
yeah,
Leeds. Yeah, I mean, thank goodness for Cloughie. Otherwise, we wouldn't have hated him. That's really stems from Cloughie's lovely analysis. True, but lovely analysis. But can I just say, I did promise him, Neil, good evening, sir. This is the price. I did say I was going to say hello to Neil Price. So,
well, the other thing I've got here, which surprised me, well, not surprised me with Silver, but it says Watford's goal is still survival. I'd have thought we'd be looking a little bit higher than
did you
this.
see Ranieri though? Do you remember in the Ranieri season, he kept saying exactly the same thing. We're not looking at the table. It's cliche, but they're looking at one game at a time and go for survival.
I think that's a smoke screen for the players.
That's it, though.
Yeah, I can understand that.
I'm saying
surely
Ranieri did exactly the same thing, exactly the same
I'm
style.
looking at top 10.
You don't know what he's saying to them as well in the dressing room. He might be saying it to everyone else out here, saying, "Right, we're looking at things." Because, like you said, Ranieri said that. I'm not saying we're going to win the
Rumours
league.
were they're aiming for top 10 at the time with Leicester, but obviously you know what happened. But rumour is,
Yeah, they won a trophy or something, didn't they?
officially, yeah, something like that. Officially, it was survival.
Yeah.
Unofficially, you're saying top 10.
Yeah. Well, with the team we got,
That's
surely we can get that. What I
think that's exactly it, though. I think ours is exactly the same in terms of aspiration. Officially, we're aiming for survival.
Yeah.
Unofficially, I imagine they're saying top 10 with the squad we
Minimum.
have, which is realistic.
Oh,
It's
minimum
a
top 10.
it's realistic.
Oh, it's well
I
realistic.
said
Yeah.
minimum top 10. The way we're playing. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I agree
No,
with you.
At this point in time, minimum top 10.
Oh,
I agree with you.
If Bournemouth can finish in the top 10 from last season, they weren't great.
There was only
we should
6
be able to
points.
finish
There was
it.
only 6 points. Though,
Anything
wasn't
from
there?
7th downwards is doable. Now.
Well, look,
Because you can take Everton out of that equation now because they're not the force they were last season.
no.
It's the top 6 is the top 6. Like it used to be the top 4.
Yeah.
The cemented top 6 because of the spending power.
Yeah.
Those are basically, including that team from Anfield as well. They're in the top 6.
Yeah.
Everything else is basically up for grabs.
Well, look, fair enough, we got hammered by City, Cornwall, a very good day. We beat Arsenal, to be honest with you. We should have beat Chelsea. That was at Chelsea. Yeah. So, we played 3 of the... Oh, drew Liverpool. They're some of the top teams in this. Still got Spurs and all the other
Since
stuff.
we've gone up, we've
smashed
struggled
them.
against top
We've smashed
6 up till now. The only real one outside of that was the Arsenal 2-1, Manchester United 3-1.
Yeah.
We only lose to top 6 clubs, really.
Yeah.
We have at the moment, only 2 of them.
Until now, we've always struggled, apart from those 2 exceptions. And apart from also the 1-0 Man United loss, where we missed about 3 1-on-1.
Was that Garlo? Yeah, I remember watching highlights. God, we should have slaughtered them. But we've matched these top teams.
Yeah, this season,
against
there's
Chelsea.
No fear. That's the thing. There's no fear.
Well, that's a good word.
Last season, there was fear. You could see it. When we went forward, there was fear that we'd lose the ball, so he'd pass it back or play it
We
safe.
looked uncomfortable as well.
That's it. That goes down to the head coach.
Yeah.
Well, you got a good point.
They instill the belief and the tactics and the thing. Silver's changed the culture.
Oh.
He's changed the belief. He's changed the way they play. They look comfortable how they are buying into what he's trying to tell them.
Yeah,
that helps. If they can buy into it and believe what he's saying, he will play the flute and they will follow.
And Gino and Co have backed up what he wants as well.
Yeah.
They've got him the players he needs. They've actually, apart from maybe goalkeeper, arguably, although Canizis is very good, Silva doesn't seem to rate him as much. Whether that's because of the way, I don't know why, to be honest. It's very even Steven between them in that sense.
Yeah.
And defence, centre back, we did need one or two, but I think the budget was spent by them.
Well, don't worry, they got plenty of money in this family. There'll be some more players coming. Now, Silva is impressive. Like I said, he's got them playing the football now, hasn't he? You can see the confidence in them. They're not scared, like you said. You've got 6-7 counter-attacking every time.
That's it.
It's always an option.
You've got your trident, if you want to call it a trident.
Yeah.
You've got Deeney or Gray.
Yep.
You can even put Gray on the right wing if you wish, but let's say Deeney, Richarlison, Carrillo. Those are your front three going forward. You've got Decore, who's sanded his shooting boots, wherever they came from. And then you've also got what would be Chalobah staying back more, adding, if you want to be fancy technical terms, like double pivot, they call it, in front of the front.
Yeah, okay.
They're interchangeable, aren't they? There's not just one holding midfielder. No. They all take it in turns.
Yeah,
that's it.
Right. No, that's right.
That goes down to Silva, as you say, instead of the tactics, the belief to actually play a system.
Oh, yeah.
And they're buying into it.
Well, I said, me and you a long time ago, what's a real Sociedad, and every player was playing in a different position, weren't they? They were
didn't we say
over
2010 World Cup, all the way back then?
Yeah.
You look at the Germans, you look at, it's an extravagant version of what we're playing, but you look at the Germans, the Spanish, even the Italians, they don't play one way. Like Schweinsteiger in the German team at the time. It's fluid, And the interchangeable, you play left, right, centre, back, hold the midfield, push up, and we're trying to do that. And you can see it. They're switching. God. They're not just playing right. I'll be on the right in midfield between the three.
They're not thinking about it in that sense.
No.
It's natural to them. That's the best way. It's natural. You can see that they know their roles. Yeah. They know the roles and where they should be. That's half the battle then. The other half is actually the results, which they're getting because it's there.
I just get excited to watch Watford again.
That's it.
It's excitement. Richarlison,
the second half of Flores and whole of Mazzari, you didn't enjoy watching it. You supported the team as best you could, but most of the time, would you say you enjoyed it?
No.
9/10.
I did love Flores, but like I said,
you had the occasional.
He said it City. He said it after the City defeat. But the culture at this club has to change. And he said he was disappointed. He came out, and like we've always said every week when we analyse these games, where he talks our language. It's basically what we say.
Now he's got the connection with the fans, which is another huge aspect.
And also,
that's the first thing.
The attitude has changed within the team. We're not looking at God,
and
here
the fans.
Go. And the fans, we're on side now.
Yeah,
you get the fans on side. He's looking, and he spoke out about he's going to draw that energy from the crowd. And that's almost in turn encouraging us. Come on, we want you as our 12th man, accepting us as one of the team.
Yeah,
we need to draw that energy from the crowd and influence. And the players have tweeted. Cabaselli, Decore are two of the main.
Cabaselli is great on Twitter.
But he's always saying how fantastic the fans are, and they do listen to this stuff.
Yeah,
we do anyway. But
some of it will be PR handled. So you see that with most players, but I think some of them are much more genuine than others. Cabaselli, I do think, is very genuine on that front.
But they're not Johnny Lescott and tweeting in his pocket
or
with cars and posting car pictures whilst tweeting.
Like Deeney's the Saints type though. He actually says what he thinks as well. Same sort of.
They use their fingers. They don't use their pockets.
No,
tweet,
that's right. That's right. Well, we pretty much covered it, but it says Capu on a. We're on a Watford adventure here. And
have you seen? Part of that. He wants a longer-term contract. Have you heard about that?
No, fill us in, mate, on that.
So, Capu, earlier today, there was a lot of work, so I was looking at news now. Typically. And,
from Dave Quick.
Part of the same statement, actually, part of what's venture, he was actually saying he was hoping to earn, the keyword earn, a new contract.
Yeah. Do you think he deserves one? Do you think we should give him one?
Because he's 29 now, 2 years when it expires, he'll be 31. You could probably, afford to give him one more year, like 3 years.
Yeah.
32, and then you can decide from there. Because Hollabart is 33, 34, coming up to, but he doesn't look his age. Thank God.
No, he don't.
He can't block crosses for Toffee, but apart from that.
Ironically, we're playing him next week, the Toffee, so he can't block that.
Throw that in, yeah.
We're becoming more and more vocal home and away, but we know that our moves is saying that, but the shackles have been taken off.
Yeah.
I mean,
the 1881 have become much more effective again this season because of fans' belief.
Yeah, they are impressive after that big old flag.
Even before then, the
brilliant.
belief in the fans is back now. That's showing in the 1881. That's showing around the ground. It's showing away.
That's an identity as well. People associate 1881, Watford with 1881 and vice versa.
Yeah.
Well, we've got our own.
And same way, like the club are also really helping the 81 facilitate them with the flag.
Because
Most clubs,
keep them on side.
not only that, but the club actually, the club want it to happen.
Yeah.
So they actually facilitated the flag, for example. A lot of clubs, they
Because they look in Italy, and you look at Italy,
Yeah.
and that's what they do in Italy.
I'm saying they've had other clubs, I believe, Flink? Is that right?
You flink a lot, don't you? Yeah. So what do you flink? Tell me you're flinking.
I'm flinking that the 1881 and the club really help each other in that sense, because the club actually were a big. They said the 1881. Who is it? What's his name? Who is it that runs it? What's his name? Because he was saying, the leader of 1881 was saying that the club been instrumental in getting that massive, what do they call it, tifo flag.
Yeah.
They're instrumental in making that happen, storage and the rest, because a lot of clubs wouldn't have that because there was too much health and safety.
Oh, okay.
So the club were instrumental in getting that up.
Oh, that's good.
He said that after it went up.
Yeah.
Against, I'll go back to Stoke for 2 minutes. Don't want to bore everyone with it, but I'd probably give Gray, Deeney, and Richarlison a go, because them three have they started yet?
I think Silva will never play two up front, from what you've seen from him.
Well, it ain't really two up front. Like you said, Gray could play on the right, like you said.
I still.
I know what you're saying exactly. Yeah. You still play 4-2-3-1. You put him on the right. So he played there for Burnley.
Because, like me and Paul say, I like about Gray. He's always playing on the shoulder of that defence.
It's like Vitra. Like Vitra in that sense.
Yeah.
Although I still think Vitra's a better player than Gray, to be honest. Right, I saw from him.
In the Premier League, I'm going to go controversial. I think Gray's a better player in the Premier League.
Yeah, I would agree. Again, we'll never know.
I love Vydra, by the way.
Yeah,
We'll never know. I think Vydra was a better finisher, but as a player,
I want to see a Kaka coming to
yeah.
something strange is
There's
up
some
there.
stories about him after Bournemouth. Apparently, it was a bit of a trouble after Bournemouth.
Something's up there.
Didn't I read? I don't know. Mr. Quick said there was some trouble after a game.
Bournemouth.
Was it you put it up, or was it someone put it up
about Bournemouth? Some sort of something about his attitude after Bournemouth. Don't know if that's 100% confirmed.
Yeah.
It's been very hush. There's been no mention of Lukaku since he's been
in Lukaku's offence, when we were away, but we watched the highlights, he looked absolutely superb. He looked fit. He was the sort of player Silva would want. He'd bring the ball down,
The only thing with Lukaku, as great as he is when he's on his game,
yeah,
he lasts about 45 to 60 minutes. He can't pace himself like, say, Deeney can. That's the thing. After 45, 60, you need to sub him off because he's dead. He's dead in his feet.
Well, yeah, but if you get a strong man like that doing 60 minutes and you bring someone...
Oh, you saw him. He saw Liverpool.
He
was instrumental with the Liverpool draw.
Oh, they couldn't control it.
No, but I'm saying after 45 minutes, he sort of almost out, and after 60, he had to be subbed because he was dead on his feet. Because what Barron was, he goes balls to the wall, all out. That's what he does.
Just break this up. Was it Callahan who's winning the vote?
Oh, he's winning the vote.
I went to Callahan.
You called it even before we mentioned it. You called it well before, didn't you?
Fair enough.
Oh, he did. He just called it. He said it near enough be Callahan.
I don't think anyone comes close to Callahan.
Nah, well.
Rod Thomas could have come close, but he never fulfilled his potential.
No, you called it well before, didn't you?
He's late 80s, early 90s. He was apparently going to be the new Barnes.
Right, no more youngsters on this show, Pidge. I'm still old, mate.
Who's your favourite three players? Your favourite is who you've seen and you've...
Who I've seen
You have to go through the obvious Barneses and stuff like that if you don't want to.
Who I've seen and played, so they'll take out that sort of irritation.
Well, who's just your three favourite players?
Let's go. One of them will have to be Deeney. That's a given.
Right.
The cult hero will have to be Doyley. Just because of Doyley.
That guy.
That's literally the reason. The flying header.
Yeah.
How did he pull that off? And also the cross-come goal. Don't know how. Again, the most Doyley goal we will see.
Doyleyed it.
Yeah. And the third one, ooh, that's a tough one. There's a couple of good choices there. If recent memory says Richarlison, because from what I've seen, when you look at clips of John Barnes, He's the most exciting left winger since John Barnes, I think. Richarlison.
The way he plays
He's exciting. He is exciting.
That's it, though. He gets you when you see the ball with his feet. You think he's going to do something with this.
Because we got Slater at the end of his career. Stuart Slater at his pomp was awesome.
Stuart Slater.
Stuart Slater, the Peter Pan of football. He was awesome, but we got him on the tail end of his career. And Joey Beecham was a good player as well. Someone said Joey Burkham. I said, no, it's Joey Beecham.
That's different. I prefer Burkham.
I would have minded Burkham.
He might have got
on loan. I remember at one time we were going after Alan Smith on the Roader. And people said we'll get Alan Smith, who was about 35 at the time.
Well,
I was like,
bad, was it?
well, anything would have been better than Mickey Quinn.
Who are yours, Pidge? Dare I ask this, because there's someone he hasn't mentioned
Common
yet,
sense would say Barnes, Blissett and Coton.
Oh my God, he didn't come out that time. He might still
No,
come out.
my favourite, Holdsworth. David Holdsworth. Purely because David Holdsworth. Ramage, obviously.
There it was.
See, like I said, because my main era was always either the 80s or thing, but you know, and I'm going to John and people like that, and I'm going to put Neil Price. I love the man.
He does love you, Neil. Yeah,
because he was ex-Hemel manager as well.
He does love you, mate.
He does as well. But no, there were so many around my bit, and I could go on. It's about 5 podcasts in itself. All the favourite players I had.
Come down the list, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, we've made enough noises about my ones, and one of the best ever midfielders I actually watched, apart from Taylor, was Essenthaler for his energy.
Yeah, I did love
Essenthaler. Was awesome. He just would not stop running. He never got all the ball all the time. He never stopped running.
Nah, I did love Essenthaler. Was great.
But like I say, my best ever performance was '99 playoff final, because we were underdogs in that thing. But people had us as underdogs at Bolton, but we done Bolton twice in the league. Yeah. And I remember coming up to the coach before, and they were going, "Staying down." And the same coach at the end of the game we went up against. We remember the same people. We're like, "Good game." Good game, you all right?
The semi-final Birmingham though, 1999 semi-final Birmingham. Chamberlain. Alec Chamberlain.
Yeah, penalty, wasn't it? Yeah, I remember running up.
I know it's not jumping up. We're talking
two times of games I've actually cried. One was at the Borough game, Taylor.
Yeah,
after Taylor passed away. Yeah. And the playoff final in '99. It's the only 2 times.
The thing I remember about that '99 was I went with my dad, my cousin who's never been to a game. This was her first game, and just everyone was so happy. Nearest person grabbed you and hugged you. So who the hell are you? But the atmosphere was fantastic, wasn't it? And after the game, be fair, you might have been at a different end, but the Bolton fans some of them were clapping the Watford fans when this after the game outside the coach game. They deserved it. Yeah. Some weren't. Some were being a bit rude.
Colin, shall we just say, as regards pricey, just watch your space. Watford Steve, late discussion. It's never a late discussion with you, Watford Steve, and also your pictures around all the forums and our one are absolutely brilliant. I like the Chelsea one where he says we're looking down on our opponents. There's a picture of the Chelsea fan and Watford fan. But Callie is winning the vote, and Watford Steve's put Callie
by a long way. I might add.
But yeah,
we see by a long way, is it?
Yeah, I think we may be. And yes, it did take all the 46 minutes to mention Ramage. Yes, it did.
Yeah, sorry, I shouldn't have said that, but I knew he mentioned it somewhere along the line of Ramage. He mentions it every show. It doesn't have to.
We are in discussions, not with Ramage, but we are in discussions with ex-players and current players, and we will get them on. It's taken a long time, but the wheels are turning. So just watch this space. And due to the power of Facebook and Twitter, it will be made possible. We've got 2 that said yes. It's just a case of getting them on. So watch this space, yes.
And there's
a very exciting current one. I'm not going to say who, but there's a very exciting current one you said that I was definitely interested as well.
Yeah.
Keep that quiet.
I'm not saying anything.
It's confidential. It's classified. We'll tell you, then we have to kill you.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying nothing else on
it.
That's why I'm saying nothing else on it.
This is not Duncan from Blue. He is actually a season ticket holder, so
he's sod.
Yeah.
Give it to me, Duncan. I'll look after it.
And your season ticket.
Yeah, me and Pidge will take it in turn.
My dog will have it before you.
Eh?
My dog will have it before. Have you seen?
How's your dog going to get in?
Who would come second?
Have you seen how he dresses? Have you seen how he dresses?
No,
dressing. Who would be second to Callie? On the right way. Who would you be your number 2?
Oh God.
See, I put not for the letdowns. I put Rod Thomas.
Yeah. Cool.
But he was a letdown. It's just such a shame. Remember Rod Thomas? I think he could barely walk around the pitch.
That
was Rod Thomas. And I know I said to him, I shouted at Rod, get yourself treated, mate. You can come back on. I think he was still running down the wing from the 90s.
Well, you said you're still injured, mate. That was funny.
I'll tell you what, when he was he was just so much promise from Rod Thomas. I'd have him as my number 2. Yeah, he was never on the Cully club.
No.
I'd have his number 2 purely because he had so much promise. But my number 3 would be Darren Baisley.
Baisley, yeah.
He could play left or right, and he basically will cut inside and smack it with his left. It's basically a weak foot. I remember that Northampton goal he scored in the FA Cup. And he'd do that 2 or 3 times a season.
He wasn't a bad player.
He wouldn't hit it hard. He'll just float it, and you couldn't
precision.
Yeah, precision over power. Basically, always do that.
Well, why wouldn't you put him second then?
Because Rod Thomas, I just thought, was when he was on. Yeah. He wasn't on it many times, but he was brilliant. I thought
when he was on it, he was on it.
It wasn't much, but he was on it. Yeah. I'd love to find out if anyone could put Alex Inglethorpe in any of our teams, because that is the ultimate one. Not morally, Alex Inglethorpe. If you could find out a position about Alex Inglethorpe in a team, I'd love to find out. Remember it, Scullion.
That's what I'm saying about my dog, by the way. So that's why I get it.
You need to post that on the forum.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
I don't know if I put it on the. Don't know if the pictures come up on that.
It's going to come up with Scullion. Yeah.
Right, we didn't cover it. We talked about Stoke, but we didn't say the score. So what's the score going to be Saturday?
I said 3-0 in my
really?
thing.
Oh, that'd be very nice score.
I hope early goal would be 3-0. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go 2-0. I'm going 2-0.
Don't think they're going to score at all. You don't think they're going to
cause
any problems?
Honestly, it depends on Crouchy and Choupo-Moting, I think. Those two. If either of them are on song and going, they'll get a goal at least. But we have enough firepower up front to overcome it. It'll be, again, it's like when we played with Zola. Just, you score 1, we'll get 2.
I hope that's the case. It's a frustrating thing that I'm a bit worried about.
Well, like you said, if we get an early goal, which we badly need, if we can get one in 20 minutes, I think it'd be floodgates time. They'll probably sit back for so long.
Well, Stuart said 2-0.
Yeah, well, I'll take any of them. Any win.
Take a win. Yeah, very nice.
Win.
Yeah, he's posted it. Officially posted. Brilliant.
No idea if I'll go through it.
Cookie, Ray Cook said 3-0. Mubdinho says 3-1. Alan Lathwell, Alba Gora, the illegal.
Or a break savages like.
Lathwell then throws in a save with the illegal finger 2-1. Watford Steve says 1-0. So we're all pretty much going through a Watford thing, apart from Alan and Moobs, who are not predicting a clean sheet.
Well, as long as we be honest with you,
we win. I
don't give a
just win.
That's
1-0, scrappy 1-0 last minute.
That's what I reckon it will be.
I don't know if it's 5-4, 1-0.
Just be on the end with it.
5-4, 1-0. That's
a good game. 5-4 would be great.
It's flicking or flinking or whatever it's flinking. I'm flinking about that one. Colin, Mr. Sir Colin of Beasley Shear said 3-1.
They might bring Mark Hughes on, you know. He might get his old boots on. I'd be worried then because he'd scored a kit, wouldn't he? Here comes the volley, king of volleys, Mark Hughes. Bang!
They bring him off for Hesse.
It was like when Pochettino was taking free kicks in one of those YouTube videos. He actually still good at it.
Yeah, so was Zola. Did you see that one? He did it first time and he banged it in the top corner.
No, I didn't.
It was on Sky Sports and it was the first. Honestly, the people, I said, no, that can't be. And they said, look, this is Zola. Okay, fair enough. And he did it first time. They said, we'll do a few takes. It was in front of North Stand. And they said, right, we'll do a few takes.
Yeah.
But first ball in, first time top corner. It was like, okay, it's a wrap, fellas.
That same time,
that's the most Zola thing you can think of. I think the thing is technique like that, you never lose it.
No.
You lose pace, you lose power, but technique, once you've learned it, as long as
you still got it. Yeah.
As long as you even half practice it, you still got it.
James Marshall reckons 2-1. Croucher scored Stoke's goal. Ricolson and Decore. Cookie says Cleverly to score with a step ladder. Good shout. 98th minute winner for 1-0 Watford Steve. Alan Leffwell, Andre Gray double.
If Andre Gray starts,
You never know, do you?
I don't think he, honestly, the way Silver's being, I don't think he will, so therefore he probably will know me.
No, he's going down the pub for a double Baileys. That's what he means with success.
No, I'm about to say.
Going back to what Surin said on the show about Decore, I've got an Arsenal fan that watched Decore recently and said he does remind him a little bit of Vieira, exactly what Surin said.
Like
He said not
Carlson and Barnes.
Yeah, not the same thing, but I said, funny enough, that's what one of our fans said. He said,
Trains.
really.
It's trains that can remind you, like Richarlison and Barnes.
Yeah,
trains.
there is.
You're not saying he's directly the double.
They're not doing the same thing, but they're doing the same sort of. You get the same feeling.
Yeah.
You get the same feeling of what they're trying to do.
That sort of jump out.
That's
sort of
it.
feeling, yeah.
When you see Richarlison get the ball on the left wing, because I'm sitting on the said GT, so we always get the side of Richarlison.
You sit in the God stand, yeah.
Yeah. So you get a really good feel when he's when he's tacking towards a rookery.
Yeah.
Sorry, family stand. Sorry.
The old
Good job, mate. When you're seeing him tack that way, you always see him. That's it. It's edge of the seat. You actually get excited to see him take on a man. What's he going to do next? What's he going to do next?
Well, a bit like that here when he gets the ball in it. Richarlison's on it.
That's it.
Something's going to happen.
He has that something.
So not the same.
That's it. He has that something that actually go, yeah, I'm excited. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? And if you lose it, you go, okay, he'll get you next time. It's that confidence and belief.
Mind you, in some ways, Decore don't have the same sort of feel, but when he's near that goal, you're like, go on, son, give it a smash.
He's got a
such
100% shot rate. He's got
Really?
4 shots on target, 4 goals this season.
He's basically taken over what Capu was doing at the start of last season.
Pretty much. That adds a lot more to the game.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, just playing better. But
Because Capu's got a great shooting technique. It's just
well, he showed it at
something.
Bournemouth, didn't he?
That's it.
That's great.
Builds the
Great technique.
yeah. I'm saying he's such a weird player, Capu.
You just don't think you understand, though.
I fell right into that one, didn't I?
Well, he is still one of your favourite players, though, isn't he, Pidge?
Oh, apparently Moves has just confirmed it's a Wix step ladder that
well, Moves
Cleveland's got.
so
So cleverly purchased, as I would say.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. Watford Steve's got a good one here. Decore's one of those players you trust on the ball. Yeah.
Well,
You do trust
he's
him.
probably our best one on the ball.
That's it, but
He never gives the ball
No,
away.
he doesn't.
1, 2, 3, 4.
But he does literally never gives the
No,
ball
he doesn't.
away.
No, even
But
if he's in trouble.
It says it does what it says on the tin.
Yeah.
And
He keeps ball
brilliant.
bails, but I think he's had a lot more than just side passing. He actually gets the ball, he can move it now as well. I say he's got something in his locker more than just.
He doesn't
side
do a
passing and
Capu
holding.
safety mechanism where he plays it sideways. He plays it up.
No.
He used to, but he's got a lot more to it now.
He's
as well.
confident. He's got. He's
That's it.
added
The confidence. That's it. Confidence.
Playing well
Huge difference.
gives you confidence.
Well, that's the manager again. No, I said winning confidence, isn't it?
It breathes itself, doesn't
It's
it?
confidence, and you're more entitled. You're more confident to push on rather than okay. I'll play to the side. I don't want to lose the ball. He'll look for an.
Mazzari fear factor. That's it. The fear factor. When you're fearful, you play it safe.
Well, didn't you say that's what Silver had to do? Of the Walter thing was he was slowly beating that fear out of them, wasn't he? Game after game.
Bilic is doing what
getting
Walter
better.
did, where he'll play. His team will play crap for 4 games and then win a game, and he'll keep himself in the job.
Yeah,
That's how Walter maintained it for also last season. I don't dwell on it too much, but
That's
how
what
he did
Bilic
it.
has done as well.
Ray said 1 step at a time for Cleverly. On his ladder, by the way. You almost got it.
Yeah, I almost fell for that.
Cleverly
That
is always fair on the
there.
ball, neat and tidy. He's our conductor. He's very unsung as well. Decore's getting the plaudits. Cleverly would be the first one to say that to Decore, but Cleverly's very unsung, and I've said that he should be in
His
the England
work
squad.
rate is incredible.
Yeah.
His work rate. Well, the thing is, he's going to be like Brahmi when he goes off because of his play style. When Cleverly in a few years' time, when he goes down here, he's going to be one player that's going to go downhill fast because his entire game is physical. He's got a good technique, but his entire game is based on the physical side of it, where he's covering ground. He's going to be a player that in 3-4 years' time to go.
Yeah, but Essenthaler still ran around the pitch like a madman on acid until he was about 40.
He's a great player. What a legend.
There are exceptions.
He basically, Hessenthaler was the
Yeah, that's
creditor
all right.
of
Does as well.
Yeah, but the thing is that Hessenthaler used to run around on either he's like a little boy who's had too much sugar.
Yeah.
He ran around like that. He was just so hyper the whole time. And he was at 40, 42 and he was still doing it. Okay, be it League One, League Two.
Still doing it,
but he was
mate.
still
They're
running
still
around.
doing
Like, have a sit down. Just breathe it. Let someone else
Here's a
take the
chair.
ball. I tell you what, his boy, I remember when they did a end of the season video, funny enough, 94, 95, and they had an interview and they had his little boy on his arm.
Yeah.
His boy is playing, he was playing for Gillingham, and he is his mirror image of his father. It just proves how old we're getting when his boy's playing for Gillingham. And he looks the mirror image of his father.
Did he play the same way as well?
No, he's not as good as his father.
It's
a shame.
We'd sign him then, wouldn't we? Has to sign the son. That'd be, he'd be a legend straight away, wouldn't he? Imagine the pressure.
Yeah, imagine him trying to be captain.
No, I said we watch cleverly. We know he's an unsung hero.
You know what we're going to get.
Me and Paul, the amount of times he breaks up play, doesn't he? Me and Paul,
it.
he would get that
he's
little
smart.
touch to bugger him up.
Yeah.
And that's
He's smart with ball. He knows what he's capable of, what he's not capable of. And if he isn't, he plays it safe. He plays it to, say, Decore or Korea with a good pass, and he'll keep the attack going. He doesn't slow it down.
Yeah. No, he doesn't.
Well, he said what Steve was saying, a midfielder that can carry the ball well always seems to have more time to decide what to do with it.
Yeah,
that's it.
He does, yeah. He's very smart, isn't he?
Yeah, he's smart. And also, again, you get the fear factor. The opposition will drop off that extra bit of time to give him that time as well.
He always seems to find space as well. I don't know how to do with the other players moving.
And that's player intelligence.
Creation. Yeah,
that's player intelligence.
All over the park. Like you said,
not,
that's where they're all changing.
Christian where he ran around like a headless chicken. God bless him, but he just ran around like a headless chicken for the best one in the world.
The other unsung hero who is absolutely magnificent and a steal is that Flamina. He is...
Oh, my God, his crosses, some of the crosses he put on Saturday were just another level.
Korea.
No,
Flamina.
Put
right.
one ball
Flamina, yeah.
He put one ball behind the defence. You always say, put it behind the defence. He did 2 or 3 of them, and they were, oh, my God, they were just absolutely phenomenal. His pace is
4 out of 5, you'll find Firmino has a great crossing because he was a winger turned fullback last season.
Yeah,
that's what he was. He was playing winger.
You can see he used to be a winger just by the way he attacks.
That's it, though. He's as a fullback, he's exactly what Silva wants, an attack-minded fullback.
Do you think that basically fullbacks are just wingers that are just?
They are nowadays. They are nowadays.
Really now,
yeah,
because
you don't really get the all-rounders or defensive-minded.
Well, Lee Dixon was like a breach years ago for Arsenal, where he could push forward, but he was more of a traditional right back. A lot of right backs would just be there just to block the wings.
Yeah,
but Dixon was one of the ones, and I always said, people laughed at me, but I thought Dixon was way ahead of his time. Because you look at now, with the Firminas and the players like that, Lee Dixon back in the 80s, late 80s, early 90s, used to bomb forward and put crosses in. And people used to say, well, what are you on about Lee Dixon? Because he wasn't a very unfashionable defender in an unfashionable team. But you watch a lot of old videos back with Dixon, and he'd be bombing out those wings and putting crosses in. And you look at it, and people laughed at me years ago, but you look what's happening now, and how many fullbacks, Carl Walker, Firmino,
doing it,
but to name a 2, are
even
doing similar to what Dixon was doing.
Yanmat's a little more balanced, but he's still attack-minded as a fullback.
But Yamat does it, and they're basically doing what Dixon did 30 years ago.
Yeah, no,
Ziegler came over the reputation of being like that as well. We have attack-minded fullbacks, not defensive-minded.
That's frightening. The Ziegler can't get in the team at the moment because and one of the
guys said that
Holbass, he's Greek, so they all look younger anyway.
Apparently, they play younger as well.
Like Ray Train, Les Taylor, they're more. Yeah, James, I do agree. They were probably more centre midfielders though, but they're great. I mean, Ray Train and Les Taylor will be 2 of my candidates for my centre midfield selections. And one of them starts Thursday. Sunday, obviously we'll look back on Stoke. We'll delve into that. Yeah. But on Sunday, we have all agreed now that Callahan is our right winger. To be honest, is it really going to be any point doing left wingers?
It's very easy for me.
It's slightly easy because obviously Gary Porter's going to win this. But seriously,
we're not saying. But
we're not going to say anyway. Apart from make sure you vote for Gary Porter. No. But on Sunday, it's going to be left wingers.
I think what we need to do, we need to assume. I think what we need to do for that is. It's like what Barca have for Messi. You have man of the match other than Messi, sort of idea. So apart from John Barnes, who else is your favourite thing?
Yeah, I'm trying to look here actually. Right. that could give you a clue. Right,
That's all we need. We need, other than John Barnes. Who else is your favourite?
Kenny Jackett.
Yeah,
I'm going Richarlison, honestly. Because I'm pretty young.
He could be great, but I don't like to say he ain't going to be with us long enough.
No, he's not. In terms of pure talent, it's going to be like Mo Johnson. He was only here like
Bobby Downs, Watford
30 games.
Bobby Downs was a very good left midfielder.
Yeah.
I'm saying like Mo Johnson was only here, what, 30, 40 games?
Mo Johnston, he was only here for like
20, 30 games. He wasn't here for long at all, but but fans love him for years because he was a terrifying player to face. And Richarlison, same type. He terrifies the opposition.
Oh God!
Exactly the same style as Barnes. He terrifies them. That's why I'm calling him.
Yeah. Well, isn't he the most fouled player in the Premier League?
So far, yeah.
I believe. Yeah. Well, that tells you. Right, quickly. I'll give you a mention to the under-23s. I'll probably I'll let Pidge read out the team, but apparently we lost 2-0 to Cardiff.
At Cardiff.
Good job.
At Cardiff.
Right, let's go.
I'll let you do it, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, it was in the Professional Development League at the Cardiff Stadium on Monday. Harris for Cardiff, he scored a double. We've got Howes in goal, Rowan, McKenna, Ryan, Ella Theru as captain, Tejada, Stuart, Mason, Williams, Felivi, and Dion Pereira. I have to always say Dion because someone said
yes. Because I'm like,
I mean, Cardiff under 23s are a tough team to face at Cardiff.
Yeah, they're doing well.
You know, midweek it's a long, well, not midweek, beginning of the week, long trip. Hayden Mullins is doing a very good job. Okay, we're not barnstorming.
But we're not doing what we did under Kuhl.
No, so I'll give him his credit. Glyn Hughes, yes, that's a blast from the past. Glyn Hughes, ex-Wimbledon. Glyn Hughes, he was another Watford left midfielder. He's very good. Around the back, but I think Bassett brought him in. One of the only things Bassett ever did right. He's a good player. It's got better because now I've got Glyn Hughes. Sort of, it's like the Anadin.
It's actually like a painkiller.
Bassett's the migraine. Glyn Hughes is the Anadin.
Get rid of it. Cool.
Yeah, I mean Bobby Downs is centre midfielder in early. Yeah, I mean James. No, fair enough, mate. I'll let you have that. James is getting his centre midfielders in early because that will be, bearing all my jokes and my claims of runners and stuff. In all seriousness, that is going to be my hardest thing because there's so many great centre midfielders. Left midfield, you could put left when you sort of way is Jackett, Kenny Jackett.
Yeah, you could do.
A fantastic player.
I think
you could have put him as a left back in some stages, but Wilf Rostrom won that every time. And like I say, Ricey was second. He would have also been second because of my FA Cup final performance. But Pat Rice and even Pat probably would have agreed with this. Rostrom was always going to get left back in that FA Cup final, but because he got suspended, Pat played.
Okay.
No, not Pat played. Pat Rice did, but Pat Rice as a centre thing was Neil Price. Neil Price would have played. Pat Rice as a centre back. I don't know how not many people put him as centre back.
Yeah, true.
Neil Price would have played if Rostrom. Neil Price played. Rostrom would have played left back, and I spoke to Pricey about this, and it's a shame because he was my close second at left back.
Yeah.
The only thing that would be harder was that centre midfield. Left back, left midfield, and right midfield.
It's inevitable, pretty much.
The forwards is already selected by me, and there's only
really. You already picked
and
them.
it's not Deeney.
No.
One of them,
not because of thing.
No. You love it.
I'm saying not two forwards.
Yeah, I'm saying one of them, if not, I said we've had actually quite a lot of good forwards over the years.
That's why it's tough,
It's tough, but you always have the standouts. That's the thing.
Yes.
We always get, I say
I'm not delivering mine until
No. It's a long way away until we do.
My opinion, but there's no one comes close to these two people. One's the record goal scorer and one was in the 60s. No one ever comes close to these. People will disagree with me. That's absolutely fair, and I will respect every single opinion. If someone throws Deeney and says Deeney should be in there, I'd respect that completely. But these two coming up in a few weeks' time, that'll be it as far as I'm concerned. They are the two. I think one of them's going to be as obvious as Barnes, but Barnes is not going to be the forward.
No,
it'll be almost as obvious. It'll be almost blasphemy as that.
I've just got one in mind.
B as well, but I won't know it.
That's very.
And one surname starts with H. That's all I can say. And Ha
A
Not
comedian.
morally starts with an
funny,
M, but that's definitely not him. So,
Very, very funny.
guys, just remember, I'm not going to try and rip off Moves' thing too much, but remember, tell everyone about this. Tell them about the group. Tell them, add your mates, add your friends. As long as they're Watford fans, add them. We do have, like we say, we do try and we accept pretty much everyone requests on here. We have got the questions, the usual security questions, and they're so easy. I mean, if you're a Watford fan, you will get these, even Duncan. And he slipped through the net. You can too. But just add just add all your mates, get them involved. This is the reason why this is kept going, and the forum is because the likes of Dave Quick, Mikey Bell, Alan, all the other guys, and yourselves, Sanjay, Kerry Ann, we've got Ray, we've got Watford Steve, Davey Quick, Siren, like I said, Alan, Stewart, Suggsy, but to name a few, and all the other guys, James as well. Thank you ever so much, guys. Remember, Sunday we're back normal time, 8 o'clock, with Dino and this young man who can't defend free kicks. So,
it's not true, Phil, but
that's it, and just remember, Paul Muzzy, check him out on YouTube, check out his vlogs. We are in the Golden Pages. We are in the other fanzine that we've got. We've actually just emailed them as Golden Pages. We're in the Hornet Effect coming up as well. It's just pretty much, most of it anyway, but we're going on about the forum and the podcast. So check out those editions around match day, especially at Stoke. We will see you at Stoke. We are selling the poppies, like I say, for Remembrance Day. Come and see us, say hello, or any of the poppy sellers, buy a poppy, obviously, for Remembrance Day. If you're not, you're just James McLean. That's all I can say. And that's it, really, it for me. Remember, episode, I'm going to say this is about Hornets Heaven, episode 2, season 5 is out now. It's on the link on the forum. Check it out. It's absolutely brilliant. I've checked out the first one. I'm going to check out the second one. We'll have to catch up. Bit like I said before, like The Walking Dead, you've got to catch up. We're Hornet Heaven. www.hornetheaven.com. Check it out. And Mr. Radband, thank you very much, sir.
Social skills.
Woo, spring break.
Make sure you buy a poppy on Saturday off one of us.
Yeah, you, James McLean, one of them.
I'll have you.
Guys, thanks for the lovely comments. Holton and Blissett, that's pretty much giving away my
See what I can fool you that.
How dare you, that's right.
Duncan's actually put bastard with a question mark, so we will confirm if it wasn't a question mark on thing, but guys, it's good night from him.
It's goodbye from him.
And him. Alright, see you later, guys. See you Saturday.